Welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to display a GLTF 3D model in React Native's new architecture for iOS. I have already covered it for Android previously, and for iOS I had shown how to display a UHDZ model, but here I will show you how to display a GLTF 3D model. Okay, so firstly that's the thing. Second is we will be making use of this library, which is a native iOS library, and this library is unfortunately only available via Swift Package Manager. So we will be making use of Swift Package Manager, and you might be knowing that by default React Native uses CocoaPods. It is possible to mix and match Swift Package Manager with CocoaPods, but there could be issues later down the line. So yeah, do your own research for that. Secondly, I'm not sure how to do manual installation, so if you do know that, you can do manual installation instead of using Swift Package Manager. And the third important thing is this library can load GLTF models only from your local phone or from your local app or from local directory. So for loading UHDZ model, I have made a video on how to load a UHDZ model from network, where I have shown you how you can download that model first. You can use similar approach for a GLTF model as well, but for simplicity's sake, in this tutorial I will just drag and drop a GLTF model to my project. So also I will be making use of new architecture. So yeah, let's get started. First, create a React Native project. Then to enable the new architecture, you will have to go to terminal, cd to iOS directory, and then run this command. So this will enable the new architecture for iOS. Then I'll be making use of Fabric Native components. So I'll be copying a lot of code from over here. So make sure you keep this documentation handy. Also make sure before that, open the iOS folder inside Xcode, and you can just copy this URL. So I'll show you via Swift Package Manager. Click on File, click Add Package Dependency, paste the URL over here and click on Add Package. That should install the dependency for you. Next, here I have created a folder called rtn my GLTF view. Inside that I have created a package.json file, and I have copy pasted everything from that Fabric docs. Only this name changes, this changes, this changes. Next, I have created a podspec file. Again, I have copy pasted this from the docs. Only this name changes, everything else remains the same. Next, I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created a TypeScript file. Everything has been copied from docs, only this name changes, and I have removed those props because we are not sending any props from React Native side to iOS. Next, what you will have to do is you will have to open your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, and then run this command. Once you run this command, you will have to do cd ... It will move you outside your React Native project. Then you will have to run this command, but here you will have to make sure you replace rnapp with your project name. So my project name is rnapp. Replace it over here, as well as over here, and this is your folder name. Once you do that, you will have to cd to your iOS directory and then run this command. So this will do code generation for iOS as well. Now to use it, you can import it something like this and use it like this. Okay, and sorry, I forgot to show you the output. So here you can see I'm displaying a GLTF model or a GLB model inside my app. Next, open the iOS folder inside Xcode, and firstly you will have to drag and drop your GLB model. So I have dragged and dropped a GLB model. Next, I am using an HDR image. So this you can just Google for an HDR image as well, and this is mostly used as a background image. Okay, next I have created a header file. Again, I have copy pasted it from docs. Only this name changes, everything else remains the same. Next, I have created a manager class, but make sure you change the so create an Objective-C file, but make sure you change the extension to .mm as well. And again, I have copy pasted everything from the docs. Only this name changes, this changes, and this changes, everything else remains the same. Next, I have created a Swift file, and as soon as you create a Swift file, Xcode will ask, do you want to create a bridging header? Click yes. First, I'll show you the implementation. So here first I am importing UIKit as well as GLTF kit 2. Next, we are creating our environment light name as well as intensity, and here we are creating our scene view as well as a scene node. There we are initializing our scene view. adding it auto resizing mask, background color, anti-aliasing, auto enable default lighting, camera control, as well as interaction mode. Then adding that scene view to our parent view. Then I have created an SCN scene as well. To that I have added a child node, contents and intensity, and then assigning that SCN view to our main scene view. Then we are loading our bundle.main.url, and this should be your GLTF file name. So my file name is flight helmet, and once that has been loaded I am calling load asset. And here you have to override this method as a mandatory step because we are extending from UI view. And inside load asset we are just calling GLTF asset.load, and once the status is complete we are just calling prepare asset as well. And in prepare asset we are calling GLTF SCN scene source, and from that we get an asset scene. Then we loop over the asset scene to get each and every node and then add it as a child node. And here once we get that scene properly, then we are doing a return, and we are preparing our scene. And here we are just passing null as a error message. So now if you go to our now create another Objective-C file and change the extension to .mm again. And over here again I have copy pasted this entire thing from documentation, only this name changes, okay. And this bit of extra line I have added because we are writing the code inside Xcode and not inside the main turbo, inside that folder which we have created. Next again this has been copied from docs, only this name changes over here. Next I have created a my GLTF view as well, which is a reference to our Swift file. Again this has been copied from docs, only this name changes. This has been copied from docs, only this name changes. We are initializing our UI view over here and assigning some background color. If you don't want to assign background color, that's fine as well. Here we are initializing our Swift file to occupy the entire width and height and adding it as a subview to our main view. Then assigning a content view to our main view as well. And here we are calling update props, and again this has been copied from docs. This has been copied from docs, only this name and this name changes. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.